Sorry, everybody. My browser just automatically shut down and I lost the stream. So sorry. I hope you guys are coming back. Um, that's what happens. Technical difficulties. Sorry. We're back. My browser shut down. Yay, technology. Yay, Mercury retrograde. All right, I'm going to wait for you guys to hop back on. Sorry about that. Hey, Molly. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, if you're here, can you put a comment in the other live stream and let people know that there's a second stream going? My browser just shut down out of nowhere. So, yay, retrograde. All right. I'm gonna get into Steph's reading. Sorry, you guys. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hold on, Kay is texting me. Technical difficulties. I'm just waiting for other people to hop on. I know. I'm so sorry, you guys. My browser shut down. All of a sudden, it went blank. I know, that's what I said. Thank you, retrograde. Okay, can you put a comment in the other live stream and just let people know that there's a second stream here, that we're continuing the readings? Thank you, love. Okay, I'm going to continue with Steph's reading. Give me a second. If you guys are interested in asking a question, if you're interested in a mini reading, I'm taking energy exchange donations, $11.11 a question. All the information should be in the description box below. I quickly copied and pasted all that over, so you should have all the information there. Okay, so I have Steph that I'm working on now, and then I have Dewey. I'll get to your question in a second, or in a few minutes. Let me get back to Steph's question because she wrote in. Does he feel this connection? Okay. Let me get a second card. Steph's connection. Does he still feel this connection? I'm gonna take these two. Okay. So Steph, we have conscious connections. The comments aren't showing. Oh, that's because I shut them off. No, I didn't shut them off. They might show up later. They might. I think the live stream is still processing. It's okay. Hopefully, people will find us. Steph, we have conscious connections. This is a spiritual connection. This is a conscious connection. And I feel like your person is feeling that too, because the other card that came out was come to life. And I feel like if they weren't already conscious of this before, they are waking up and understanding this connection on a more intimate level. I was going to say a deeper level, but they said intimate level. But the guidance from Spirit for you, the first card that came out was inner trust. This is all about trusting your own self. This is all about having faith and trusting your own heart. And what is it that your own intuition is saying? That is one of the main components and the main lessons that we have to learn on this journey is trusting ourselves, trusting our intuition versus anything that we're seeing in the external 3D world. Even if your person is not in contact with you, or even if your person is saying that they don't want a relationship or that they don't care, or you know in your heart by the feelings that you're getting what the truth is, because you see the other person, you see You feel their energy. You see beneath the mask that they wear. That is what this deep conscious connection is all about. You have to trust yourself. You have to trust your heart. And it's also about being really honest with yourself, being really honest with what your heart is telling you. Don't have your own masks. Don't have your own illusions. Really trust what you're feeling, even if it's not being displayed in the physical. But that's where they really want you to be. They really want you to be trusting yourself and following your own intuition. Because what's happening here is it's not just, your question was, does he still feel the connection? It's not just that he's feeling the connection, but his understanding the connection is growing and his feelings are growing within the connection. I'm going to get some tarot for you and see if I can pick up on some additional energies for you. Let me clean up. Give me 1 second. Let me use this one. Yeah. Yep. Let's get one more. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You have a lot of movement here, Steph. Like I said, he's not just understanding the connection on a deeper level, but it's growing. The feelings that he's getting is growing. We have the Knight of Cups, which is a very nurturing, loving, romantic energy, something to offer, an expression of love, an expression of self is what I like to say for the Knight of Cups. It's not just you're offering romantic love. It's not just that you're declaring love to another person, but you're offering yourself. You're offering that intimacy. Then we have the Chariot, very fast movement. I feel like the energy that they're giving me is that he's gaining the courage to take the reins of this connection. He's rising into that masculine energy. Then we have the Knight of Swords, very fast movement, along with the Chariot and the Knight of Cups. Then we have the Eight of Wands. This is all forward movement. This is all forward momentum. He's not just awakening to this connection. He is just ready to charge forward and tell you that he understands this connection, to speak the truth about this connection, possibly even traveling towards you is what I'm hearing. Because this is all movement energy. You have 2 knights, you have the Chariot, and you have the Eight of Wands. This is all movement. I feel like with that Come to Life card, in the depiction, I'm going to get it out because I want you to see this. In the depiction on this oracle card, we have, you see how it's black and white here, or gray tones, and then she's painting and it's kind of coming into color. That's the energy. It's almost like it's not just that he's waking up to this, it's that he really is coming to life through this love, through his feelings. And he's wanting to express that. He's wanting to move forward towards you, and very quickly, to deepen this connection, to deepen that bond that you have with each other, to express himself, to communicate. You have 3 cards of communication here. And then the Chariot also bringing this into balance. So whatever was imbalanced within this connection, within your relationship, I feel like he's wanting to bring this into balance. And it feels like fast movement. Now, on the bottom of the deck, we had the Two of Pentacles. So again, a card of balance. I feel like you could see this anytime within the next few weeks. I'm getting the energy of wintertime. There's an energy of, even with all these cards being movement, even with all these cards being fast energy, you might be receiving communication that is affirming this reading for you. But it's almost an energy of, I'm getting like the words "don't speak too soon," because it's almost like he's still trying to balance and gain the courage, still trying to balance this out and gain the courage, to come forward, because this is really what he's feeling. This is what he wants from this connection, what he's feeling about this connection. But I feel like he's still kind of balancing out those energies. It's not an energy of juggling, it's just an energy of deciding the right way to do it, is what I'm getting. Deciding the right way to do it. So, absolutely feeling this connection. Let me see if I answered your question. Does he want to see me this year? I feel like winter time. I feel like you're going to be seeing forward momentum winter time, around something around the holidays for you. I don't know if the holidays are special for you and your partner, but there feels like something around the holidays is going to be significant for you within this connection. So let me get a card for you from my conversations with counterpart step and see if there's anything else that they want you to know. Is there anything else that you want for Steph? And then we're going to get, that's, Molly, that's what I'm getting. It feels like somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas. Hi, Baru. We are doing energy exchange donation. So if you're interested in a question, feel free to ask a question in PayPal. Oh, hey, Lisa. Let's get another card for Steph. And then, Dewey, we have you up next. Yeah. I'm struggling to communicate how I feel. He is wanting, I put all the cards away, but he is wanting to come forward. He is wanting to express this connection. And it really feels like an expression of self, but he's just balancing out the energies right now, trying to figure out the best way to come forward, the best way to, and they keep showing me the Eight of Wands, and it really does feel like movement towards you, like travel towards you or travel with you, one or the other. Okay, Steph, I hope that helped you. Feel free to reach out to me if you have any additional questions. Nope, we're not doing free readings tonight. We're doing energy exchange donations. Let's see. Dewey. Dewey, thank you for your energy exchange donation. What was your question? Thanks, Lisa. I'll have you up next. Is your DF done with her twin flame journey? Okay. Is your twin flame done with? I'm going to use tarot for you, Dewey. And if we need any other clarifiers, I'll pull some other cards for you. Is Dewey's divine feminine done with her twin flame journey? Can you clarify your question for me? When you say done with your journey, do you mean done with the healing work, or do you mean the connection being severed? Like you don't want to continue on the journey anymore. Is that what you mean? Like you don't want to be on the journey anymore, or that you're done with the healing, or what do you but what do you mean by finished with the journey? Do you not wanna be I sorry, I wanna clarify this to get you the best possible reading. Do you not wanna be on the journey anymore, or do you feel like well, the journey is never ending. The journey, especially the healing work, is never ending. What happens is, when you're healing work, the more you heal, the more you come together. And then you start the next phase of your journey where it's all about coming together in that harmony for your mission work with your partner for mission work. So you're never truly done unless you don't want to be on the journey anymore, unless through your own free will, you don't want this connection anymore and you're kind of severing the connection, which I don't really believe can happen. So I'm just trying to understand your question. You're done with your journey and waiting for her. So okay, so you're asking about reunion. You're asking when you're gonna be reunited again. Okay, got it. Okay, so before, I start, I wanna just, say that you're never truly done with your own healing work, you're never truly done with the journey. So I feel like that might be a false belief that you might wanna look into, because that might be creating a block and holding up your connection, because you're always gonna be working on yourself, you're always going to be evolving. Evolution is a process. And the more you understand, the more there is to know, the more there is to learn, the deeper your evolution goes. So I just want to clarify that. But as far as reunion, as far as coming back together, yeah, we can look into that for you. Okay. Where's Dewey's Divine Feminine? Where's Dewey's Divine Feminine? Where's Dewey's Divine Feminine? Has it been a while since you've been in contact and communication? Half a year, yeah. Okay. No communication. Okay. It's because you've both been healing, both of you. You and your divine feminine have been healing. That's why the no communication was taking place. That's why you were even though you were physically separated with no communication, you were working on this together. Your souls were working on this together. The cards that came out for you, we have the Page of Swords, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Moon, and we have the Judgment card. So, the energy that I'm getting from this is no, you're not finished. As far as your connection, yes, you're coming into reunion. And I feel like you're both keeping an eye on each other. Whether it's are you guys in the same proximity? Are you in the same country, in the same kind of location, general location? I'm gonna wait for you to answer that question before I continue. You were born in the same country. Okay. So I feel like you are keeping an eye on each other, keeping tabs on each other. Now living in the same Now living in the same country. Okay. Um, I feel like you are in the same county. Yeah, okay. That's the energy that I was picking up on, that you could see each other. Um, Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what I was picking up on. That you could see each other. It's almost an energy of it's because it doesn't I was gonna say social media, but it doesn't feel just like social media. It feels like you have opportunities to run into each other or to keep an eye on each other or like to walk by each other's businesses or their favorite coffee shop or something like that. That's just an example, but it felt close and it feels like you're keeping an eye on each other in that way. Like you're asking each other about friends or you're asking each other you don't use social media. Yeah. Like you're asking each other about friends or you're asking coworkers or you're driving by each other's, favorite meeting spots, something like that. There's something about keeping tabs on each other. There's some way that you're keeping an eye on each other. And it's for at her work? Okay, yeah. It's because you both want this reunion and you know that this is a deep soulmate connection, that this is a past life connection, and that you both want to come together. And I feel it's a very daydreamy energy that I'm getting. I feel like you're both nostalgic about each other. And what we have here is the moon energy. This is very watery energy. And I feel like for a lot of people in the collective, there was a major shift that happened with this Scorpio new moon that we just had. And it feels like I'm going to say both of you because it really feels like both of you are really going within to your intuition and feeling this connection, wanting this connection, and trying to figure out how to reunite. With this judgment card, okay, hold on. I'm trying to, there's the energy is a little bit convoluted right now. With this judgment card and the page of swords, it feels that the page of swords is all about communication, but it feels analytical. And I'm not sure if this is you or if this is your divine feminine, but it feels, especially with the judgment card, it feels like they're in their mind or you're in their mind trying to figure out how to bring this together, trying to figure out how to reunite. And it's almost like the new moon illuminated something, brought clarity to something, brought some kind of clarity, some kind of awakening with this judgment card that is going to help bring this connection forward. Let me get some more cards. Let me pull some more cards for you. Yeah. Okay. We have the Emperor and we have the Six of Wands that just came out. So Six of Wands, this is forward movement. This is movement toward victory. This is public acknowledgement and recognition. This is that coming into reunion. So right now, it feels like the energy is where she or you are just trying to figure this out, trying to figure out how to bring this to fruition, but it's going to be victorious. It's going to be everything that you want because there is this awakening happening. There's this clarity that she's had. But yeah, feeling very nostalgic. I'm gonna get a message from the deck for you and see. I'm gonna see what she has to say for you. What does she have to say to you? If she was standing here in front of you, what would she say? What would your divine feminine say if she was standing in front of you? If you were standing in front of Dewey, what would you say? And part of that kind of convoluted confusion energy that I was getting, I feel like that's coming from her. I feel like she's feeling this nostalgia. She's feeling like she wants this reunion, but she's just trying to figure out how to do it. She's just trying to put all the pieces into place here. Hey, Sonia. Okay, let's get a message. Let me get another one. Okay. When I said that some of that confusion, I'm experiencing a dark night of the soul. I don't feel like it's a full-fledged dark night of the soul. but I do feel like she's experiencing some confusion as far as her next steps. And so I feel like that's part of this page energy where she's being a little bit over analytical, where she's trying to figure out her next steps and how to come forward in this connection. How it's not, it's almost like she wants to reunite, but she's not sure how it's gonna, almost like she's losing a little bit of faith that it's gonna happen. Almost like she's saying, I don't know, I want this to happen, but I don't know how it's gonna happen. And it's causing some of this confusion for her. We also have, I want to grow together and my value is true. So she is committed to this. She's committed to you. She does want this reunion, but it's just an energy of, I'm not sure what next step I need to take. I'm also getting the energy of you can help her. You can help her either energetically, or if you're moved to reach out, then you can be the one to reach out. You don't have to wait for her. You can, trust your own intuition and trust your heart as far as where it's leading you, what steps you need to take, because you can help her by kind of guiding her, not just energetically, yes, energetically, but also if you're moved to take physical action, you can be the one to take physical action. But I feel like there's some confusion there as far as I want this, but I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know how to make it happen, kind of thing. I don't know what my next step is. Hope that made sense to you. I hope that clarified things for you. And I'm wishing you a lot of love and good luck with your partnership. So I thought to leave her alone. Yeah. Trust your heart. Really go within your heart and trust what your intuition. If your intuition is telling you to act, especially if you identify as the divine masculine, if your intuition is guiding you to act, then act. Because remember that as divine counterparts, you're really doing this together. You're really doing this together. So um, just trust your heart. Just go within your heart and follow your intuition and act on your intuition. Go where you believe in the universe. Um, your intuition says no, act, leave her alone. Okay, and make sure that that's not your ego and that's not your fear speaking. Make sure that's really your heart speaking and your intuition, and evaluate that. It might be saying no today, but keep checking in with yourself and see how things shift with you, because as you shift, your situation will shift, the energy around your situation will shift. So keep checking in with your intuition. Your intuition is not just a one-time guide. Always tap into that intuition and see what it is that is being said, see what it is, how you're being guided. Okay. You're welcome, dearie. Good luck. Okay. Lisa. Lisa, thank you for your energy exchange donation. And I thought I saw a question for you up above, but could you post it again, Lisa? What is he going through now and manifesting next for our union? I'm going to use these cards. Okay. Give me a second, Lisa. I'm just going to clear my energy. Okay, you know what's funny, Lisa? The reason I wanted to clear my energy again was because they gave me like a big blank slate in my mind. It was like they took away all thought, they took away all vision, and they're like, she's not meant to know. And I'm like, this is a reading. Of course she's meant to know. Give me something. So what's interesting about that is the card, yeah, the card that came out was strategy. And I feel like that's why they took everything away because he's in the process of kind of figuring out his next move. And it's almost like I'm hearing like we don't want to give away our secrets. We don't want to give away our secrets. Like we want it to be a surprise, but like a positive surprise. I'm gonna try to get more. Let's try to get more. But it really feels like he's trying. I feel like I feel like he's trying to form the words, and it's almost like he's just having trouble. Like he's opening his mouth to speak, and it's like nothing's coming out because it's almost like he feels like that those aren't going to be the right words. It's funny that you just said no pressure on the angels because I feel like he's putting a lot of pressure on himself to communicate to you. And that's part of this strategizing. Like it's almost like he's over analyzing in his mind. And it doesn't feel like he's entirely balanced right now. Because they're pointing me to the 2 and the 1 here being 3, mind, body, spirit. There's something off balance, and it's only because they're telling me it's only because he's putting too much pressure on himself. It's only because he's trying to make this perfect, and it doesn't have to be perfect because no matter what, it's going to be perfect for you, and you know that. And it's almost like he opens his mouth and then he clams up, and then he opens his mouth and then he clams up, and it's like it's an energy of I just hear like I'm not good with words. I'm better with action. I'm not good with words. They just pointed me, if you see in this card, we have the compass. And he's trying to get some direction. He's trying to go within and get some direction as far as how to communicate. But again, he's over analyzing. I feel like anytime he's getting guidance, he over analyzes the guidance. Yeah. Yeah. Um, and anytime he's going within and trying to trust his intuition and trying to listen to the guidance that he's getting, but every time he does that, he overanalyzes that and he doubts that. And that kind of locks him into this place of it's not perfect. It's not right. I'm not ready. And so he just keeps going over and over in his mind trying to strategize how to come forward, but it's like he gets caught in this loop. Um And I'm also getting the feeling like he's having conversations with you, and you might actually be feeling telepathy. You might be experiencing telepathy with him in dream state. You might be getting downloads because I feel like he's having conversations with you in his mind of what he wants to say, almost like he's practicing it. Like some people will actually write out what they want to say. Some people will actually like, imagine the scenario, how they want it to go by writing it out. I feel like he's playing it out in his mind, but his mind is kind of attacking himself. Like he's kind of like his ego is getting involved. And it's almost like it starts out great. And then his fears and his doubts kind of overtake him with that over analytical mind. And it almost like it derails, like his vision derails, and that's why he pulls back. He's like, well, I can't approach her like that because what if this actually happens? What if this is the way it goes? And he gets himself caught up in this fear. And I just keep getting this feeling of like opening up his mouth, but like nothing comes out. And it's just because he gets so caught up in his mind rather than coming from the heart. Well, let me catch up with you. Yes, I feel like that's why. I feel like this is him trying to balance out and learn that he does have what it takes to communicate with you, that he does have what it takes to quiet that ego mind, to quiet that fear. And it's really about him. They're showing me, so they're showing me the strangest image to kind of get this message across. They're showing me like him up in his mind, and they really want him to drop into his heart space, to really go within, to speak from the heart. And I feel like the longer you guys go without communicating in this way, the longer he goes without communicating, the more it's going to build and build and build in his heart space so that it erupts. It's almost like he might have a tower moment where he just erupts in this rush of words, but that's going to be coming from the heart. It's going to be very sincere. He's trying his best to show you that he does care about you. Yeah. Yeah. Let me get some more. Lisa. Oh, look what just, do you see how that flew out too? We have caring connections. And you see how he's embracing her and he brought her flowers? Yeah. It's almost like he doesn't have the words just yet. He's trying to figure out a way because he wants the words. We have the fourth chakra at the bottom of the deck, and what's below that but storm warning, which is that tower energy. It's that tower where it's almost like this is building up so much in his heart that it's going to create this tower moment for him where it's just going to, his emotions for you are just going to spill forth. And it's almost like it's not just the words, but it's just the emotion. You're going to feel that emotion spilling forth from him. You know that you need to allow him time and space. Yeah, let me get guidance for you. Let me get a quick thing of guidance for you. What does Lisa need to know? Hold on, I'm trying to see what deck I'm being called to. I'm gonna use this one. We're gonna use tarot. What does Lisa need to know? What does Lisa need to know with regards to this situation? And you guys, I am open after Lisa. So if you want a question answered, I am taking energy exchange donations tonight. Lisa. That's too many cards. Lisa. Yeah, okay. Let me get one more, and then I'll tell you what I'm getting. Oh, we got two. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, and there we go. Okay. Lisa, you're in your Empress energy, which is beautiful. You are really standing in your power, and they want you to keep doing this. And I'm saying that because there might be moments where you're wavering a little bit, where you're coming into a state of a little bit of, you might go back and forth between, I know this, I've got this, I'm going to give him time and space, and, well, when is he coming forward already? because I'm feeling this from him, but when is he actually going to communicate? So the energy that we have Eight of Swords, we have the Four of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, and the Eight of Wands. And I'm laughing about this because this is kind of a juxtaposition. I'll get to that in a second. I want to get to these cards first. The Eight of Swords actually is, the energy is reversed for me. I feel like if you are feeling a little bit of that anxiety, you're able to transmute it very, very quickly, again, because you are in this Empress energy. So any anxiety that you do feel, any doubt that you do feel, I feel like you're able to clear it very quickly and come back to this place of knowing and faith and just allowing it to be. Just surrender is what I'm getting. What they are saying with this Four of Pentacles, though, is don't hold yourself back. Even if he feels like he's holding himself back, like not communicating or not stepping forward in that way, they don't want you to hold back what you're feeling, because that's where the resistance comes in. When you hold back, then he holds back, and you're going to be mirroring each other and reflecting off of each other, and that's going to be creating that resistance. So don't guard your heart just because he's seems to be kind of guarding his. Does that make sense to you? Yeah. Yeah. It's easy. I mean, I experienced this weekend when my counterpart came over, and I felt it from him, but he just completely, like, he showed up, but he shut down, and it made me shut down and step back into that place of fear, like, oh my gosh, are we repeating the same cycle again? Like, is he just going to leave again? Is he not going to communicate with me again? And but it was because we were reflecting off of each other, because he kind of withdrew within himself. He didn't know how to communicate. Then I shut down my communication and stepped into that fear. That's what you have to keep clearing. That's what you have to keep moving through. Keep stepping into this Empress energy. Keep stepping into your power, and don't hold yourself back. Don't sacrifice your feelings. Don't hold back what you're feeling, because this is going to be helping him to step into his heart space and get rid of this anxiety. Again, this is kind of his energy here. You're kind of in this reversal. You're kind of in this energy of, you're able to transmute any anxiety that you're feeling. You might feel that anxiety, but you're able to transmute it. For him, that's that analytical loop that he's in, where he's just kind of, trapping himself in that. I don't know how to speak. I don't know how to say this to her. I'm trying to figure this out, and taking. It's almost like, again, that strategy. It's like every time he gets that guidance, he just kind of overanalyzes it. He just overanalyzes it to the point where he locks himself in this energy. He locks himself in fear. And so if you don't hold back, that's going to help him. Then we have this interesting energy. So we have the slowest moving knight in the deck. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is very fast movement and communication. So I feel like once this is unblocked within you, which is going to help him unblock within him, this slow movement is going to pick up pace. It's going to go very, very quickly. The communication is going to come in, where it's almost like this is that Four of Pentacles energy. Like, it's almost like he's holding on to it. But once he unblocks that, he's just going to be communicating. It's going to be a rush of words. That energy of he's going to have something stable to offer you. He's going to have something very grounded to offer you, something very sincere, something very real. And as soon as he gets himself out of this mental entrapment, it's just going to be like whoosh. It's like he's going to spill his heart, and he's going to come forward with all of that passion, all of that love, and all of that communication that he's been trying to come towards you with. Okay, I hope that resonated with you. Good. Okay, I'm going to get a message from volume 2 of my deck. So let's see what we have for Lisa. What do we have between the counterparts for Lisa? Let's get a final message for Lisa. We have, I'm rediscovering who I am. And your love mends my broken heart. So I feel like this is some of that energy. I feel like this is him trying to go within his heart space, trying to get out of that over analytical mindset that almost feels like conditioning, almost feels like he was shut down in past relationships and previous experiences. And now he's trying to learn how to communicate again. And you not holding yourself back, again, that Four of Pentacles energy, you not holding yourself back, you not holding that love back, that's helping him to heal this. That's helping him to figure out who he really is in his truth, in his true authenticity, and step forward. So that's really beautiful energy, Lisa. Yeah. Can't wait for the eruption. Yeah. And that's okay if the doubt and the fear kind of creeps up. It crept up for me a little bit today, but then you transmute it. It took me less than a half an hour to transmute it. And that's what being in your Empress energy is all about. Having that self mastery to be able to transmute. Hey, Ruth. Yeah, I mean, this is collective. This is collective. A lot of our divine masculines are dealing with the very same thing. That trouble with communication, that trouble with expressing themselves. And a lot of it is because of past patterning. A lot of it is because of that conditioning where they didn't believe that they can communicate, where they didn't believe that they could express themselves. I didn't pick up any karmic energy except for that whole past relationship. But I can check in on. Let me check in on any karmic energy. Any karmic energy for Lisa. Any karmic energy for Lisa. So, wow. In the world. Okay. Wow. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. Lisa, you know how I work. I just have to pull the cards when they call to me, and I got a lot for you. We have Five of Pentacles and Ace of Wands that came out. And as soon as these came out, what I heard was brand new day. So I feel like he's moving through this. I feel like emotionally that karmic energy is a thing of the past, emotionally. So there might still be that like that physical energy, like that partner, like if they're, you know what I mean, like if they're still together, that kind of thing. But I feel like emotionally, he's not there emotionally because he was left out in the cold in that relationship. And now this is a brand new start. This is a brand new day. This is you. This is that passion burning for you. Then what do we have? Let me go through this because this is telling a nice story. Then we have the Ace of Swords. This is him wanting to communicate everything, wanting that new beginning in communication. Three of Wands, waiting for the ships to come in, just waiting for the perfect timing, waiting for himself to drop into that heart space and be able to communicate. And again, that strategy, perfect timing. He's waiting for the perfect timing. And hi, Susan, thank you. Great name, by the way. He's just waiting for the perfect time. And Spirit's like, there is no perfect time. Just do it. Just do it now because this is the start of everything. But he's still in that mindset of, but it has to be perfect. But I have to, he's like practicing. But he's going to get out of that. He's going to get out of that energy because that's a cycle that's closing out for him with the World card here. And what do we have after that? But we have the Ten of Pentacles and the Lovers card. Lisa, this is amazing energy for you. Yeah. But this is all to come. This Three of Wands is the patience energy. This Three of Wands is it's patience for you and patience for him. But again, that cycle is closing out. And with every ending comes that new beginning. There is no ending without a beginning. There is no beginning without an ending. It's a seamless cycle. So keep having faith in this because this is what's coming. That's amazing. I love that. Yay. Okay. That's right. That's right. Nothing ever ends. There really are no endings because the ending just means a beginning. That's it. An ending just means a beginning. And that's what can be a little bit scary because you don't really know what that new beginning entails. But again, it's this. I think what our divine masculines don't really understand is that it's this. That's what's beginning. It's a little bit scary for them because they feel a little bit trapped in their old ending, in their old cycle. And they don't understand that this is what their new beginning is bringing them. It's bringing them their 10 of Pentacles. It's bringing them their happiness. It's bringing them this true love. Taking a leap of faith. Yeah. Yeah. That's what this new beginning is bringing them. And it's not even a risk because this love is already there right in front of them. But this is their own healing that they have to go through. This is their own realizations and awakening that they have to go through. This is their own kind of just understanding their own, they have to close out their cycles themselves in order to take that step forward. And that's where we have to hold the space and hold the love and have patience. I want to meet the new him. I know. I know. I know. I know. We believe in our divine masculines, don't we? Paula, I just got your energy exchange donation. Thank you so much. Go ahead and put your. I don't see a question. Yes, I do. What is going on in this connection with him? Thank you so much, Paula. Hi, Paula. All right. Give me a second to clear my energy, and we will check in on your connection. Okay. Paula, I'm getting called to the romance angels for you, Paula. So that's what I'm gonna do. And then I think I'll pull some tarot for you just to clarify. But let's see what's going on. I feel like romance angels for you. What's going on with this connection? Yeah, okay. What's going on with Paula and her counterpart? What's going on with Paula and her counterpart? Okay. Okay. Paula, I want to tell you that this energy is very nice, first of all. There's a little bit of a tough love message here, which I don't think you're going to be surprised about, but the energy is really lovely. So let me get to the tough love first. So the two cards that flew out, we have children and let go of control issues. So with the children card, what I'm hearing is inner child energy, inner child healing. And I feel like this is actually on his end. And divine masculines have really been working on inner child healing over the past few weeks. So we've been picking up on that energy. So I really feel like this is his energy. And it actually feels like his and hers. So I'll get to yours in a second. But I feel like this is what he's been working on, whether this is consciously or not. Really healing that inner child. And actually, what I'm actually being guided to say, what I'm hearing is that you can actually help this If you haven't done any inner child healing yourself, you can actually help this by healing your inner child as well. They're calling me to meditations, guided meditations, to help inner child healing. Really about embracing your inner child, really about loving the inner child again. So it's mostly his energy because I feel like this is what he's working on at the current moment. But there's something there for you as well that I feel like that can help you as well. And again, as you help yourself, as you love yourself, as you heal yourself, it also helps the connection. Then we have let go of control issues. Allow this situation to unfold naturally. Um, this is that I just keep hearing have faith, have faith, have faith, have faith. This is that energy of surrender, really coming to that place of surrender and knowing that you're always provided for. And I know that we had recently talked about this, but that's the energy that I'm getting here is that really, sorry, really, really trusting in this, really trusting and letting things unfold as it's meant to unfold because it is truly unfolding perfectly. It's just our ego mind always likes to know how it's unfolding. Our ego mind always likes to like grasp at anything that kind of eases any uncertainty. It likes to get that validation, but you know within your heart, you trust within your heart. I feel like this is the validation that you're looking for, that this is unfolding perfectly. That you don't have anything that you need to worry about. Okay. Let me see if there's anything else there. Okay, now that we've got the tough love messages out of the way. Getting to know each other and worth waiting for. This is beautiful energy because I feel like this is a fresh start. I feel like this is a new beginning for you. And I feel like, remember when we were just saying, allow this to unfold naturally and allow this in perfect divine timing? That's this energy right here. Step by step, you're going to be getting to know each other again. You're going to be building a new foundation together. And this is worthwhile. This connection is worthwhile. And worth waiting for. It's not an energy of waiting in the wings kind of thing. Paired with this getting to know each other, because these two cards came out at the same time. Paired with this is, again, just allow it to unfold perfectly because you're going to be getting to know each other just step by step and moment by moment. And it's just, you might not have everything right away, everything that you envision, everything that you want. You know, you might not have all 10 pentacles, all 10 of cups right away at the onset, but that's part of the getting to know each other energy. That's part of this worth waiting for. It's not a worth waiting for as in, you know, you're pining away and you're in separate corners of the world and you never see each other. This is forming a foundation together, building a relationship together. And it might be a little bit slow moving in the beginning, but that's the building. That's the setting the foundation. And that is, it says divine timing is at work in your love life. There you go. There you go. So it's not waiting as in, you know, like a waiting for like no communication waiting. This is a waiting as in building together, forming a friendship together, forming a foundation together. So I want to get some tarot for you. Hey, Kiss Alex, how are you doing, honey? I saw your comment the other day. Paula, I'm going to get some tarot for you and see if there's anything else that we need to know about your connection. Good. I'm glad to hear that. That new moon was a doozy, huh? Let's get Paula. What do we have for Paula? Speaking of the new moon, that was a doozy, right? The moon card just came out. So actually, Paula, the energy that I'm getting with this, along with the other messages that we just had for you, is that you might not be able to see everything unfolding just yet. There are things that are being hidden from you, but that's for a divine purpose as well. That's for you to trust. That's for you to have faith. That's for you to really go within and again, let go of that control issues and trust that the divine is protecting this. Trust that the divine is guiding this. Trust that, everything is unfolding exactly as it's meant to unfold. So that's why this moon card is coming out. It's really about going within your intuition and having faith and trusting in that. That's why things are kind of being kept from you, so to speak, for you to trust yourself. Hey, Jay. Let's see if there's anything else for you, Paula. Communication is coming. I'm hearing more communication is coming. That's part of that getting to know each other energy. So just keep having faith. Just keep allowing it to unfold. Don't push anything, but also don't resist anything. Be in that king energy. Be in that place of balance. Be in that place of knowing who you are and trusting who you are, trusting yourself that you can't make the wrong move in this connection. As long as you're leading from the heart, as long as you're being authentically you. The King of Swords is authentically them. The King of Swords is somebody who is standing in their power, standing in their truth, speaking their truth, and being vulnerable when it's time to be vulnerable, and being strong when it's time to be strong. And I feel like the more you're in this power, the more it's going to help him be in that power as well. Yeah, and that's going to turn the wheel. That's going to turn the wheel in your favor because this is destined, this is fated. So keep having faith in this, that the divine is truly guiding this. Okay. Paula, I hope that resonated with you. I'm going to get a final message from my Conversations with Counterparts deck and see what they have to say to you. Oh, that's beautiful. Okay, give me a second. I want to get another one. Okay, we have, you bring light to my darkness. You are his light. And it's almost that energy of the lighthouse that you're helping to guide this connection. You're helping to guide him. The more you are you, standing in your power, standing in your truth, you're helping him, shining the light for him to do the same. We also have you're my best friend. And the energy that I'm getting from this is like that. I feel like this is Divine Masculine 5D, like his higher self that's saying this, where it's an energy of we've been through lifetime after lifetime after lifetime together. We have been one together. We have been in this connection for an eternity. And it's an energy of instinctual trust, intuitive trust, trust of each other, where you are and always have been together in this connection. So it really feels like this is a message from his higher self, just saying, trust me, trust in this, trust in the bond that we're forming and the foundation that we're going to be building. And just have patience because it is going to be step by step allowing this to unfold. That's beautiful. Oh my gosh, Paula, the energy there is just gorgeous. I hope that resonated with you. That was just really beautiful. Faith, 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 faith. Trust, trust, trust. Trust in your intuition. That's the most important thing. Good, good. I'm so glad. All right, you guys. Let me see. First, let me see what time it is. Okay, all right. If anybody has questions, I am taking energy exchange donations for questions tonight for these little mini readings. You're so welcome, Paula. I'm sending you so much love, honey. Okay, I'm going to take a brief break as we see if we have any other questions. And if you guys have non-personal questions, I'm happy to answer those as well. I'm happy to answer the non-personal questions for free, but if you want a personal question answered, a mini reading, I am asking for the energy exchange donation. But if you have just general journey questions or spiritual guidance questions, I'm more than happy to answer those. My house smells good. What do I sense the Scorpio moon energy is for the collective? Um, a transformation, deep level transformation. With the Scorpio energy, it's all about really going deep within. And it is Palo Santo. My divine masculine actually introduced me to that, and I haven't stopped. um, Palo Santo is what I'm burning. Palo Santo and sage. Um, so it's all about really going deep within and bringing up to the conscious level, bringing up to the surface what was really subconscious. It's about the past coming back, to really not so much trigger you, not so much test you, but really to bring up what's still blocked, really to bring up what's still on a subconscious layer. And I feel like that's what's happening. And it's a very deep level of transformation that's happening for both counterparts. But it doesn't feel like a tower moment or a Dark Night of the Soul transformation. It really feels like a positive shift. What I'm actually hearing is a shift in the right direction. This is that forward momentum energy. This is a deep transformation that is kind of like a leveling up. That's kind of like it's just a new, they give me the word era. It's a new era. It's a new phase in your journey individually for your own soul's growth and evolution and with your divine partner. So positive shifts, forward momentum, and not just that they're telling me, but 3D energy, 3D shifts, 3D communication, 3D reunions, 3D commitment, 3D. They're giving me the word devotion. So you're going to start seeing things happen in your external world where before a large part for the divine feminine, a large part of this journey was really trusting what was happening within, going within and trusting that energy. But what's happening now is we have mastered that going within and trusting our intuition. And it's because of that hard work and the healing that we've done that we're going to start seeing that manifest in the physical world. And our divine masculines, too, have been doing a lot of healing, a lot of transforming, having a lot of shifts in consciousness. And they're going to start expressing that in the physical plane, in the physical world. So you're going to start moving together. They're just showing me moving parts, moving, gravitating. They're giving me the word gravitating towards each other. And it's because when you do the healing work, when you do the clearing, when you're in your place of power and self mastery, you automatically gravitate towards each other. That's the transformation that is happening right now. That's what's happening with the counterparts is you're moving towards each other, and that's what the Scorpio moon is bringing up. It's bringing up all that subconscious stuff. Some of it might be triggering, some of it might be difficult because that's what's being cleared and that's what's being healed. But it's in a positive way. It's seeing the light at the end of that tunnel. It's seeing the where before there was just darkness, now you're both seeing the light and you're gravitating towards that light, and that light is just each other. You're gravitating towards each other and this relationship because you're both understanding the significance of this relationship. You're both understanding the depth of this connection and the love that you feel, and so you're gravitating towards each other with that love because it's self-love too. And divine counterparts, as you love yourself, you naturally love the other. And that love just continues to grow and grow and grow and expand. So really I'm excited about this Scorpio season to see, what happens and for the entire collective. How to stay happy while in this phase. I'm happy with this energy and I feel in my power during my season. Oh yeah, Lisa, you and Kay, you've got all the Scorpio in your charts. Holy cow. Yeah, definitely feeling it. Yeah. Okay, oh, thanks, Lisa. Thanks, Kay. Okay, let's, how to stay happy while in this phase. Oh, I love you guys too. Um, well, let's just be real, Kiss Alex. It's not easy to stay happy in this phase, right? It can be tough on this journey as a whole. It can be tough to be happy. It can be tough to be high vibe, especially because it feels like a freaking roller coaster. It feels like 1 minute you're on top of the world, 1 minute you're in your Empress energy, and the next minute it's like you're being tested. I mean, it feels like you're in a state of confusion. But that's that self mastery that we're talking about. That's that. Can you transmute it? Can you clear it? Can you come back to that place of faith and knowing? I'm gonna tell you guys. There was a situation this morning where somebody from my past suddenly friended me on Facebook. And once upon a time, we had had a magnetic attraction way before I met my divine counterpart. And so, for a brief moment of time, I was a little bit confused and saying, "Well, what's this about? I don't understand this." And thanks to Kay for kind of walking me through that. I did spend some time in meditation and talking to my guys and trying to figure it out and say, okay, what is this about? And it was about faith. It was about trust. It was about, Susan, go within and listen to your heart. What is your heart saying? And so when I looked at the energy of this person and I looked at the energy of my divine masculine, it was my divine masculine. You know, it was just the warmth and the love of my divine masculine that was there. And I felt an overwhelming flood. There was nothing for this other person, even though once upon a time we had had that chemistry, we had had that attraction. It's my divine masculine all the way. It's his energy and his love that I feel within me all the time. It's him that I want. And it was almost like I didn't appreciate this, but it really truly was like a test for how committed are you? How much faith do you have? How how much do you trust your own inner knowing? How much do you trust your heart? And when I got out of that mind space, it took only like a half an hour to transmute that. When I got out of that heart space, I was right back there with my divine masculine, that person who I've always believed to be my divine masculine, right there. It's tough on this journey because there are moments where you doubt, there are moments where you kind of spiral, but you're at this point in your vibrations, you have raised in your vibrations, you're at this point in your own evolution where you're not letting yourself spiral for long. You're not letting yourself sink to the depths where once upon a time you might have. It's almost like we had said this on the channel before. Um, you're at this level where you're feeling peace within yourself all the time. And even if there are things that upset you, even if there are things where you struggle, even if you kind of feel sad or doubt or lack of faith, even if you feel grief, it's like this is where you are. Can you see me? This is where you are all the time as like your base foundation, right? And this is where you were. You kind of were here, and sometimes you would be up here, but then you would always sink back down. Now, in this journey, you've reached this place in your evolution where this is your starting point. And you might be in your Empress energy, you might be in your intuitive state here, but when you're triggered, you start sinking, you start sinking, you start sinking. Now there's a block. You can't go any further. You can't sink that low anymore into your grief, into your anger, into your resentment, because that is how you have evolved. That is how you have grown. Where before you might have kept sinking and sinking and sinking, now it's like, they won't let you. Spirit won't let you. Your own soul won't let you, because that is how you have healed. And so when we say happy, how do you stay happy? It's kind of like, you know, you might not be happy all the time, but at least you're in a place of peace. At least you feel that peace within you. And when you're not at peace, at least you know you can transmute and come back to that. And they're actually calling me to say, keep raising your vibrations. If you find yourself sinking into grief or confusion or doubt or lack of faith or whatever it is that is triggering you, Go back into your heart space. Go back into the feelings. Go back into, okay, this is what I was trusting when I was in the high vibrations. What has changed? And you can also raise your vibrations by meditations, by going out in nature, by eating proper food, good food, by doing self care, self love, doing things that really light you up. Yesterday, I went to get an ice cream cone and it just filled me with joy. Like something as simple as an ice cream cone just filled me with pure joy. It's about doing what makes you happy, raising your vibrations again, but also coming to the understanding that you are in such a place, you are so evolved that you can just transmute and you can clear that energy. Let me know if you want me to go on about that. I feel like the message is done. Let me know if that made sense to you guys. I don't know what I just said. Our crystal binges are over $100 worth of crystals. Is that allowed? I think that's allowed, especially if it's your birthday. How do I personally experience telepathy? Me personally, um, I get a lot of music downloads from my divine counterpart, which is no coincidence because he's a music person. Um, there will be just songs and songs and songs that I know are coming from him. And actually, some are coming from Spirit because that's where the Disney downloads come in. I feel like that's from Spirit, but I'll also get his music and I'll know when I look at the lyrics, I know that it's actually his higher self that has something to say. And some of the music downloads I've gotten are things like trust me and I'm coming home and I'm going to return and I've always loved you. And it just brings a lot of comfort because these music downloads, songs that I haven't heard in a long time, or that I have not been thinking about, will just come in. And when I look at the lyrics and listen to the song, listen to the music, I just know that it's coming from him. And it's funny because I posted some of the downloads that I've gotten over the past few months on Facebook, and one of them, oh my gosh, what is it? It's really funny. Um, it was some rap song that I know, like some like R&B hip hop song that like I know like in passing, but like I don't listen to that music, and my divine counterpart doesn't listen to that music. But there was something in there that he wanted me to hear, so I feel like that's really funny. I've also experienced phenomena with him, seeing actually through his eyes. His eyes are blue, my eyes are brown, and it actually felt like my eyes were blue, like I was actually looking through his eyes. We've also experienced some other things together that, it's not so much telepathy. The telepathy comes from just knowing what he's feeling, knowing what he's thinking. When he's communicating with me, like I know what he's saying underneath the surface. I can tell by the emotion, I can tell by the feeling that I'm getting from him. I know what he's really saying. If there's an issue, if he's not feeling good, I can tell. Even if he says everything's okay, I can tell when it's not and I can tell when it is. Like that kind of thing. It's just a knowing, it's just a feeling that you get from your person because you know them like you know yourself. That's where the telepathy is coming in. Also having dreams, things like that, dream state, dreaming about him. I don't do that so much anymore. I'd be interested to see what he's experiencing as far as telepathy, but for me, it's mostly music downloads. I'll have conversations with him in my mind in that twilight sleep, and it really does feel like I'm having conversations with him. I've also had experiences where it feels like he's actually in the room with me. His energy, like I've woken up out of a sound sleep because I felt like he was there, and he wasn't there. Nobody was there, but his energy, his presence was so strong that it woke me up out of a sound sleep, and I looked for him. So things like that. That's kind of the things that I experience, and I know that it's different for everybody. But just trust your own intuition with what you're getting. Don't doubt the telepathy. Don't doubt your own intuition there. It's feeling like you're disconnected. Just if you're feeling like you're disconnected, I've been feeling that over the past few weeks. That can be a form of protection. Are you just feeling disconnected, Ruth? Are you feeling disconnected from um, your counterpart? Or are you feeling disconnected from source or yourself? Yeah, Jay, you're definitely not alone. And it's different for everybody. Everybody's going to experience it in a little bit of a different way based on their own gifts, I feel. But again, just, in the very beginning, when I first met my divine counterpart, I'll let you guys know this. Um, my counterpart, like I said, he burns Palo Santo and sage, and he was actually the one who introduced me to that practice. But all I knew was that he smelled good. I didn't know what it was. I didn't know that he was burning Palo Santo and sage. I didn't know that was his smell. All I knew was that he smelled amazing, and I loved his smell. And when we were not in physical proximity, when we were not together, I would actually smell that. I would actually smell the Palo Santo and the sage, not knowing what it was. And after I learned what it was like, okay, then I'm smelling my divine counterpart. Like it was like phantom smells. Like that was part of telepathy as well. And there was one moment where I actually heard him. He does this little smirk, like laugh thing that he does. And I actually heard him audibly. I'm not clairaudient, but I actually audibly heard him do that little smirk laugh that he does. That's adorable. And like I heard garbled conversation, like he was actually talking, and that only lasted for a few seconds. But that was an experience that I had as well. So it can show up in a number of ways, and the closer you guys get, especially the closer that you guys get to union, the more you'll be experiencing that. The deeper the telepathy you'll be experiencing. Yeah, it smells so good, and he burns Palo Santo and sage at the same time, so he smells amazing. I don't know if it's the pheromones or what, but he smells amazing. Like that's my smell. Um, Both, but mostly your counterpart. Ruth, I feel like that's divine protection. I feel like that's divine protection, because I've experienced that as well, where I've actually asked for protection from my angels to protect me from whatever emotions my divine counterparts. When your counterpart is going through something heavy, when they're going through deep transformations, it's not that you're pulling back your energy as far as you're pulling back your love, but it's almost like their transformation and their whatever it is that they're experiencing is so heavy and so strong that in order for you to continue holding the light, in order for you to maintain your high vibrations, which is necessary for their healing, which is necessary for their support, it's almost like the divine protects you by disconnecting you from them so that you're not feeling everything that they're feeling. Because the divine feminines, we really feel everything that they're feeling. We feel their emotions, we know what they're going through, but sometimes they have to disconnect us so that, yeah, exactly, so that we don't get dragged down, so that we can continue holding the light, so that we can continue sending them love and continue sending them healing energetically. So if you're feeling a little bit disconnected, it's really nothing to worry about. You will feel that connection again. And if you want to feel that connection again, just ask for it. Just say to your angels or your spirit guides or your counterpart, just say, I want to feel the connection again. I want to feel the connection to him again. And you'll have that shift where you will again. But it really does feel like it's for divine protection. So trust in that and have faith in that because your connection is never broken. Have faith in that too. Your connection is never going to be truly broken. Yeah, exactly, Lisa. Exactly. That's healthy detachment. Exactly. Exactly. You're not needing to constantly feel them 24/7. You're not needing to constantly be around them or be have that reassurance because you know that this bond is unbreakable. You truly know that the bond is unbreakable. And you will come back to that place where you're feeling them all the time, but it's not coming from a place of worry. It's not coming from a place of fear of, oh my gosh, I'm not feeling their connection. Does that mean that this bond is broken? It's not, and it can't be. That's that healthy detachment. That's that divine protection. That's perfect. Lisa, that's you and your Empress energy. That's you and your Empress energy there. Oh, Ruth, there's nothing to be worried about. Just keep putting your faith in the divine. Keep putting your faith in Creator. If you have any doubt, put your faith in that. Oh, you're welcome, honey. Yeah, I know you're going through some tough stuff, but you've got this. You've got this. With everything Not just everything that you've been through in your external world, but the transformations that have taken place within you, like that is your power, that is your strength. And if you need more support, keep calling on the creator, keep calling on your spirit team because that is infinite, infinite support and infinite love. And if you are feeling disconnected from creator, from source, then just ask for a connection again. Just go within and feel that connection again. Just sometimes, here's what I realized over the past week is that I knew that there was something I needed to heal, something that I needed to let go of, or whatever it was. But consciously, I could not figure out how to do it. And I was racking my brain and trying to figure it out. But consciously, I could not figure out number one, what I needed to let go of, and number two, how to freaking do it. It was like I didn't know. Like I tried all the healing, I tried all of the I tried all of the meditations. I couldn't figure out consciously what to do. And so I just said to my angels, angels, take this. Help me heal this. And it took a couple of days, but they helped me have that shift in consciousness that I needed. It was the ego breaking down, more of the ego breaking down for me. And that then created a shift in my physical relationship with my counterpart, more communication to come in. But I didn't know how to consciously heal it. But that's why I left it up to my angels. I said, help me heal this. It's because it was on a subconscious level that I needed to have that shift. So if you're feeling disconnected, keep turning to your support team, to your guidance team, your spiritual guidance team for that support, because that is what's going to help you. Okay. What time is it? Wow. No wonder I'm losing my voice. Is there anything else we want to chat about? This energy is amazing. You guys are amazing. I love this community so much. And if you're just joining us and you want a mini reading, we are still taking mini readings. If you guys feel like that, just let me know. Otherwise, we're going to close out soon. You're welcome, Ruth. Love you so much. Let's burn some more Palo Santo, shall we? Is there anything that I feel inspired to share? um, it depends on what. I'm always willing to share. I'm an open book. Well, for some things. Some things I keep private and sacred, but for the most part, when I know it's going to help, I share. Oh, yes, sweetie. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay, so here's what I'll share. I'll share a little bit about my own experience with that, asking for help. And I'm going to tell you guys about my own experiences with that and how I learned to be humble. Um, I have a very, am I still doing the one card draw? What do you mean? Like tonight or the energy draws or the readings? Because Alex, my catalyst really for this journey, yeah, until the end of the month, which is tomorrow. If you email me, I'll get you set up. Yeah, we'll still do that. The $5 one card pull, is that what you're talking about? Because Alex, hold on, I'll get to you in a second. I just want to clarify for Ruth. Okay, yeah. Feel free to email me. I'll get you set up. Um, my my big catalyst for this awakening was I have chronic Lyme disease. I almost lost my life to Lyme disease twice, actually. um, I was in a place where I was quite literally dying, and I had to research and figure out why I was dying and get my own diagnosis and find my own doctor and get my own treatment. My doctor was a miracle. He helped me save my life. During that time, I was so independent. I bought my own house, I had traveled, I had a great career. I had been so independent that I didn't feel like I needed anybody. I didn't want to need anybody, especially when it came to work, my work situation. Um, I was passing out all the time. I was having heart failure. I was not able to walk. I was hardly able to talk. I was sleeping 22 hours a day. And still, I dragged myself into the office because I felt guilty that I wasn't being there enough for my coworkers. And I refused to ask for help from my family. I refused to ask for help from my friends because I thought that I shouldn't need help. I thought that, I should be able to handle this on my own. Life has a way, the universe has a way of really humbling you. The universe has a way of really showing you that you're not meant to do this alone. You're not meant to go through this life alone. You're meant to be a part of community. You're meant to seek support when you need it. That is part of self love. And actually, I did talk about this a little bit in an Ascension Confessions video, all about what is self love. So that might be something to check out. But it was really, I was at my wits' end. That was the darkest period of my life where I had just been in complete resistance, trying to control everything, and I really had to surrender. That was my first experience with surrender. And I didn't learn my lesson, so they're like, "Let's give you a relapse. Let's get you reinfected. Let's get you sick again." And I still didn't surrender. I learned it, and then I kept repeating the lesson, and this ascension journey with my divine counterpart really got me to this place of complete surrender and trust in the universe. But it took a long time to get there because I was so stubborn. I was so resistant. I was so, no, I'm an independent woman. I shouldn't need any help. People want to help. People want to be there for you. And the thing that really changed my life, the thing that really changed my perspective was when I had a friend of mine say, "Susan, why would you deny my love for you when I want to help you? Why would you refuse? Why are you denying my love for you? My trying to show you my love for you?" Because my entire life, I had been the person that other people had come to happily. I had been the person who was there for other people. And now that I needed help, I wasn't letting anybody in. But her saying that completely changed my perspective because I realized that they were trying to be to me what I've always been to other people. And so, me truly surrendering was saying, I need help. I need support. I need my friends here. I can't do this alone. And not just that, but allowing other people to help me, knowing that that was their way of showing love, just like it's my way of showing love, of being there for other people. It was their way of showing their love for me. I had just been so resistant to that love. I had been so blocked to that love. So, it really is about allowing, it really is about humbling yourself and recognizing when love is being offered to you. I'm reading because Alex, I'm reading your comment here. You lost your apartment in April and you haven't found a new place yet. That you're staying with friends. You know, your friends opened their home to you. Accept that, allow that, embrace that. That is them showing you their love and their friendship towards you when you're down on their luck. And it's just our own fear of rejection, just our own fear of abandonment, just our own fear of not being independent enough, not being enough. It's just our own fear that says, I shouldn't be accepting this help. But that is what love really is. Love is about being there for each other. Love is about helping each other, especially when we're down, especially when we're out. I don't know if you guys watch The West Wing, but there's a very pivotal scene. It's a Christmas episode, and Leo and what's his name? Bradley Whitaker. What's his name? Oh boy, Josh. His name's Josh. Josh and Leo are talking to each other, and Josh has been having a very difficult. I think it's Josh. Josh is having a very difficult time with trauma, and Leo is having a conversation with him, and Leo's been through some stuff himself, and he says, um, he relays this parable, and he says, A man is walking along the street and he falls into a hole. And he's calling, "Hey, can you help me out? Can you lend a hand and help me out?" And um, a friend walks by the street and he looks down in the hole and he tries to help him out and he can't help him out. And so he keeps going. And another person keeps going and he tries to help him out. He tries building a ladder and he can't help him out, can't help him out of the hole. And so he keeps going. And then another person walks by and he jumps down into the hole with him. And the guy's like, "What are you doing? Now we're both stuck in there." And the guy who jumped down says, "Yeah, but I've been here before and I know the way out. We're here to support each other. We're here to help each other. We're here to love each other unconditionally." And that is what unconditional love really is. It's about that support. But you have to be open enough to receive that and to recognize that you're not alone and that you have a support system in place. And that is a blessing from the universe itself. That is a gift to you from the universe itself. So even if it feels like the universe is shitting on you right now, understand that it's not. Understand that the universe is providing for you. Just maybe not quite in the way that you want, which is having a new apartment, which is having the financial means. But they're providing for you in the way that you need at this moment. And they're also, I'm hearing, providing you with emotional support. So trust in this and have faith in this, that you're not alone. You have this community right here who is supporting you, and you have your friends who are providing for you. And so this is just the season of your life where it's your time to receive that support. And one day you'll be able to give that back. One day you'll be in the season of returning that love. But right now, just allow yourself to receive that love and receive that support and receive that help. Lisa, I had a friend who was taught a similar lesson. Yeah, beautiful, Lisa. That's beautiful. Yeah. I mean, that was the humbling experience because I had been fighting so hard for everything and just trying to maintain control of everything. And what illness really teaches you is that in any situation really teaches you is that you're not in control of anything. And when you release that resistance, when you just release that stubbornness, that stubborn nature, and I am incredibly stubborn. I'm an Aries moon. I am incredibly stubborn. I everything changed when I came to that understanding of, my friend was trying to show me love. Why was I denying that? I wouldn't want somebody to deny me, to deny my help because I'm trying to help from a place of love. So why would I do the same thing to somebody else? Why would I deny somebody else their showing me of love? And my divine counterpart, he really showed me that too because I was blocking his love for the longest time because I couldn't believe that somebody loved me that much in that way. And I feel like over the past few years, that's what I've been taught was that there's so many people who love you and who want to provide for you, who want to care for you. But it just really comes from releasing that resistance, releasing that stubbornness, releasing that control. Yeah, our counterparts, they really hit that home, don't we? Did you guys just see that orb? Did you guys just see that light over my left shoulder? I just caught that. I don't know what that was. That was crazy. That was for somebody here. That was for somebody. Did you? Yeah. I just looked in the screen and saw that. That's nuts. Yeah. This journey really teaches us to surrender. It really teaches us. And here's the thing about surrender. It's not surrender, the skewed version of surrender, the extreme. It's all about balance, right? This journey is all about balance. The extreme is I surrender, which means I'm not going to do anything. That's not surrender. Surrender is just being guided for the action that you're meant to take, trusting in your next steps. It's about balancing flow and movement. It's about receiving and giving, action and letting go. That's what the masculine and feminine energies are really about coming into balance. It's really about, okay, I'm being guided to take action, so I'm going to take action. Or I'm being guided to step back and surrender. So I'm just going to step back and surrender and let things unfold. It's about that balance, about and any single moment, it could be either or. And you don't have to consciously think about it because that's where you are in that place of balance. That's where you are in that place of just harmony within yourself. At any moment, you know by trusting your intuition and going within your heart whether you're meant to take action or whether you're meant to just release and surrender and allow things to come to you. And that's that co-creatorship, taking action, but also releasing the expectation, surrendering to the outcome, surrendering to how it might look, how it might arrive to you. That's also what surrender is, but it's all about coming to this place of balance and harmony with those energies. This is so lovely talking to you guys. I love doing this. Just a reminder, we're going to be starting up the Patreon again in November, so Friday. So we're going to once or twice a month, probably once a month to start. We do mini readings like this for free. So if you are a Patreon subscriber, we'll do once a month a free mini reading. But here on YouTube, I am asking for energy exchange donations. But if you are a Patreon subscriber, you will get extended readings, exclusive readings, free mini readings. What else? Bonus content. And I have a couple of other goodies in the works as well. So if you guys are interested in signing up for the Patreon, we'll have all of that and chats like this as well. And sometimes taking action with our counterpart can be annoying or frustrating. Ain't that the truth? Whew. But it's best to do it if spirit guides you to it. Learn that lesson. Yeah. Yeah. Can I just tell you that over the weekend, I'm like, they were guiding me. So they've guided me the past 2 months during our separation to send messages and voice recordings and to go to his house and stuff like that. And I've trusted that and done it. And I know that it was for a purpose. And for some reason, like it moved us forward in some way. But it was just because I was like, okay, I surrender. I'm going to do this, but I'm surrendering to the reason why. I'll just follow this, my intuition. I'll just allow myself to do it. And then he ended up following his intuition to come to see me on Saturday. Wasn't a good situation. I said, I'm just going to allow things to unfold, release this, and just, let him take action. Well, Spirit had other plans. Sunday morning, Spirit said, invite him to the movies. I'm like, fuck no, I'm not going to invite him to the movies. I've already done all this stuff. Let him take the lead. Let him rise up. Let him come towards me. But Spirit was like, invite him to the movies. Invite him to the movies. And I'm like, oh my God. So I did. And it ended up being beautiful. He didn't come to see the movie with me, but he came to the movies to see me, to the theater to see me. And we ended up having a really nice conversation that just showed us both, I feels like, how much we love each other and that we don't want to give up on this connection. And, right now it's just about, just allowing things to unfold naturally, not forcing anything, giving him time and just giving him the space that he needs, but still telling him, hey, I'm here and I love him. But that was Spirit telling me to take action. That was Spirit guiding me. And I was really freaking annoyed because I'm like, I don't want to. I don't want to. But there's a purpose. And that's what really trusting your heart is all about, following your intuition, because there is a purpose. There is a divine order to this. Yeah, it was sweet. It was sweet. It wasn't sweet on Saturday, but it was sweet on Sunday. On Saturday, again, if you heard me before, we were both in a place of kind of like resistance and fear. But it ended up being good. And I think that's why they wanted me to invite him to the movies, because it was like an olive branch. Your ego was through the roof and you hate making moves. I know. I know. I know. Yeah. You guys. All right, you guys. 1:44, 1 hour and 44 minutes. All right, you guys, I am getting exhausted. My energy is being drained. So that is my cue to kind of close this out. How about I pull a final card for you guys from your counterparts, since we're talking about counterparts right now. So let me pull a final card and see what the collective counterpart wants to say as a final message for tonight. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you guys so much for your energy exchanges. This has been really, really delightful. I'm going to try to do this once a month, so keep an eye out. Better be good. I know. Come on, Divine Masculines. Better be good. Give us a good one. Say something sweet. Okay, well, isn't this the Divine Masculine? Practical and sweet at the same time. We got two. We got, I'm setting boundaries for a healthier future. I feel like this is actually saying that they're setting a foundation for themselves for a healthier future that does include you. Then we got, I miss the way you hold me. Isn't that sweet? I don't have anything to say about that. That's just a really nice message that they are thinking about you. Yeah, yeah, nice. All right, you guys, that is going to be it for tonight. I will be back on Friday with a weekend update. So we see what's going on for the weekend. We'll have more daily energy draws, and we'll do a check-in. So thank you guys so much for a beautiful, beautiful night. Thank you guys so much for the energy exchanges as well, and for your love as well and support and your community. I really appreciate all of you. I'm sending you guys so much love, so much light, and we will see you soon. Have a good night. Bye.